Alright, so let's say you've gone through the print preview like we did in the previous lesson. You've taken a look at your slide presentation and now you're ready to print. Whether you're printing slides or notes pages or handouts, you do have a couple of options in PowerPoint 2007 for printing. Now by default, if we come up to the ribbon here and we click on the Home tab, or we click on the Review tab, or even the View tab here, you'll notice that there are no print options. We actually have to go up to the Office button to see our print options. Now just before we do that, you'll want to make sure that you have this presentation open called ECP3. It's in your Lesson 3 folder of your exercise files. This is the one we're going to work with. Alright, so we've gone through the print preview like we did in last lesson. Now we're ready to print. And the question is, print what? Here's what I mean. When we go to the Office button and we go down to print, we see there's two print options, Quick Print and Print. Now, Quick Print is very similar to the print button that you're used to seeing in PowerPoint in previous versions, where whatever's on your screen, it's just going to send it all to the default printer. So in our case, back here, we've got our slides showing up. All 8 slides of our presentation will be sent to the default printer using the default settings. Now, if we needed to change any of those settings, for example, maybe we only wanted to print certain slides and we wanted multiple copies, or maybe we want to send this presentation to a different printer, well then we couldn't use Quick Print. We would have to go up to Print here and give that a click. So let's go there. So here's our print dialog now, and you can see the default printer shows up here. All of these settings that you see here would be used by the Quick Print function if we were to have used that. So in this case, what would have been printed? Slides in color to our default printer. 1 copy would have been used and none of these options turned on. So if we need to change any of these, for example, only want to print certain slides, or maybe we wanted to print handouts, well then we can make the changes right here from our print dialog box. So for example, only specific slides, we would click on slides over here and type in the slide numbers. So maybe it's 1, 4, and 6 through 8. We could type that in just like so. If we wanted multiple copies, we could change the copies here by using the arrows, or we could actually just click in there and type in the number of copies we wanted, whether they're going to be collated or not. By default, we're printing slides. If we want to print something else, like handouts, we could change it to handouts and then select the number per page. The order that they flow right now is set to horizontal, so that means going 1, 2, and then down to 3, 4. We could change that. All kinds of options we can change from the print dialog box. When you're ready to print, you'd simply click OK. So I'm going to change this to the current slide, and just that one slide. I only want 1 copy of it, and everything else looks good. So I click OK, and off it goes to the printer. You can see down below printing page 1 showed up there, or 1 page that is, and it disappeared once it was sent off the printer.